No, 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 no.
Raiders! Mount up!
Hey everybody, Lewis here, Rshackbbq and other things. Well, today I'm doing a special cook, but I'm not using any of these grills out here. I'm not using any of the grills in here. Not using those ones. Or those ones. What grill am I using? Well, I was asked to take part in a collab on Father's Day, which is coming up here, and it's on UDS, Ugly Drum Smokers. Now, it has to be one you built, so let me show you the one I built. I don't use it very often, but I built one, and I love it, but let me show what it looks like. All right, let's talk about this ugly drum build that I did. So first of all, I want to thank Big Lou for inviting me in this. When I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, I got a pretty ugly drum that I built. I'd almost say one of the ugliest. But anyhow, many years ago, I saw Phil at Daddy Cooks do a build, and I thought, wow, that's pretty neat. So watched his videos on how he did it, and then went and started pricing everything out. The first thing you'll notice is I went with spigots instead of ball valves as my intake. This is 1-inch pipe coming up and then fitting on it. I have 2 of those, one here and then one over there as my intake. Also down along the bottom, let me roll this back. Oops. Down here I have also just some main intakes that I have little caps that I can screw on there as needed, like so. That way I can control which ones. I have 4 of those along the bottom. Then I also made this slide door here. Back and forth, so I can increase the flow in if need be. I found that these 1-inch wasn't enough intake to control the fire, so I needed to come up with something more. I added handles, and then also handles so I can pick it up and move it around. I also added holes for 3/8 rebar. So if I want to hang it, I'll just run those through like that. Got 2 of them on each side. So what else I did is I made a basket. These are just cheap pizza pans. What I do is I actually double them up, put them in the bottom. And then I made this charcoal basket right here out of expanded metal. And then I notched it. And the reason I notched it is, spinning around the front. See here, I got a door, so I can let more charcoal in if I need to. Got this off an old Brinkman smoker. And as you can see here, I've got my grates on the bottom about 2 inches up. Those are actually Weber grates. Drop that down in there, got a handle. It's over that. And I also have a hook that I can grab it by, pull it out if I need to. So we'll show you how that's set up down there. Let's see why we're here. Added the shelf. Got some different, this came off a different type smoker. Just a garbage one. Bolted it on there. And got, like I said, I got another valve here that I can open up. There. So there you can see the charcoal basket down in there, or wood basket, whatever you want to call it. Then you got your door here. Open that up, and you can see the notch lines up, so I can reach in there and drop more charcoal if I need to. Put on a little, you know, smoker thermometer there. Got my bottle opener there. This up. Picked up a rolling base at Harbor Freight. Not sure if they carry them anymore. Then you can see I've got different levels for grates on here. Those are just stainless steel bolts that I ran through and drilled them there. Yeah, that's the inside. Let's see what else I did. Oh, so now I wanted a Weber lid to fit this. So what I did, I have a friend who does comps, and he said what they do is they take an old Weber, cut down about 2 inches off the top of the lip. Now mine happened to be what they call a performer, so it had the brackets on the side. So what I did is, I don't know if you can see it here, but this is the Weber Kettle. I cut about 2 inches down all the way around it, and then I took high heat gasket, put that in there, and then I came around the outside with high heat, it's either RTV or RVT. I think they call it tape too, but it's like a gel they use on fireplaces and things like that. That's really will hold up to the heat, and that kind of locks that on there. So now I can take a Weber lid like so, and it fits just like a Weber kettle. Now the only other thing I did on the Weber lid, this is a garbage one obviously, I put a snorkel on it from the same smoker I took the shelf off of. I thought it'd be kind of cool to have it. Let's see, you can see I just drilled it out and then bolted it on there. And it sits on there pretty good, like that. And then of course you got this as well. It's a normal Weber vent, top vent. All right. Let's see, what else can I tell you about this? Yeah. So there you can see the cart and another exhaust. That one I have a cap on. Come around this way. Keep it in the there. I just put the shelf and I got different things hanging off it, kind of giving it that real redneck look. Yeah, so let's see the grates. Okay, so just a standard 22-inch grate here. This is actually a Weber one that has the hinges. And it just fits down on those bolts like so. It's a little more difficult to get it down lower than that. You kind of have to come in at an angle. Miss everything else that I have on here, but you can get it down there. So we'll sit down in there. I generally run it up here on the top one, like so. And that wasn't enough. I wanted to make it rotisserie or to hang. So like I said, I got the rebar that I can run through there for my hang something, like so. And there's a hanging hook on there. But I also want to do rotisserie. So I made this to sit in here too. As you can see, it's got little feet hanging down. This is from another 55-gallon drum. I put the handles from the old Brinkman smoker on the sides. So anyway, what I do is I just basically take this and set it on here. Usually I set it on here like this. And I press it down on there like that. Then you can take the lid once again. And you can adjust your vent here and your vent there, like so. And have the rotisserie running up on top if you want. Just another thing I added to it. Also in here, I took the brackets from the old Brinkman down inside here. We'll bring it over closer. Got the brackets in here. This is another old grate, but you can take it, set it down there if you wanted to have another level of cooking with a grate. And there's still room if you wanted, like if you wanted to have a drip pan catching your chicken. You could, if you're doing a rotisserie chicken, have a drip pan right there catching all the juices. Now I haven't actually used this on this smoker. I've actually used this on a whatever Kettle because it's the same design, and it works great. But yeah, so that's my homemade ugly drum smoker. I like to have the snorkel away from my front. Fire it up, show you how it smokes. I have another video, I'll link it up here. When I did another collaboration that we actually did a cook on it, I did a pork butt. I'm not sure if I did 2 pork butts, but I don't remember. But yeah, it worked out great for that pork butt. Those were so good. But unfortunately, I don't use this very often. Some people say I have a couple of kettles and different pellet poopers. But this just kind of sits out here. It's more of a art piece, I guess, for me. But yeah, there it is, my ugly drum smoker. Can it get any uglier? Every now and then I get a hair like maybe I should sell this, but then I come out and look at it and go, man, that thing is so cool. I love the ugliness of it. All right, let's get into a cook. Smoking away. Looking good. So today I'll be using the Inkbird. I've got the one in number 2 strung, and it's going down through my rebar hole right there. That will be my pit, and this one over here going in the hole will be the bird. So you can see there's the pit one, and I haven't got the bird in here yet, so let's get it on. The front one says we're sitting right there about 300. So let's get the bird on. All right. Cheers. So, you saw what I did there. I just took my beer can stand, filled it with the Linen Google's Summer Shandy. It's kind of a lemonade flavor. And then I put some extra lemons in there, stuffed the bird with some lemons and herb seasonings, thyme, sage, rosemary. And then I coated the bird with that Pam butter spray. And then I seasoned it with the Pit Boss whiskey flavor. And we should get a beautiful crust on this. Like I said, I'm trying to run the UDS right around 300, 325, that range. I hooked up the Inkbird so I can monitor it. I'm gonna get my app going, and we'll just sit back and watch this bird cook. Oh, that's good. All right, Inkbird says it's up to temp. Let's take a look at it and get her off of the ugly drum smoker. Oh my. Here's our bird. All we're going to do is take some foil and we're going to tint over it for now. And we'll check it in about 10 minutes. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes. Let's go ahead and take our foil off. See what we got here. Isn't it a beautiful looking bird? Alright, let's just cut us a little sliver here, see what we got. You see that juice draining out of it? Alright. Still pretty warm, but look at that. Skin is beautiful. Let's just cut us a little piece. That is so good. That rub, oh my, nice and moist and delicious. That is so good. Look at that chicken. Oh yeah. Okay, so let's talk about this. First of all, I want to thank Big Lou over at Big Lou Barbecue. I'll have a link probably up there, but it'll be down in the description along with some other of the other channels. Go check out their builds and their cooks, like Johnny over at Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisine. Go check him out. He's a trained chef, and he built his UDS along with Kent over at Daddy Dutch Barbecue. He's out of Iowa. Does a great job, uses his for competitions. Check out his build, and there'll be a bunch more. It's a hashtag. How I built my UDS is the hashtag. Hashtag how I built my UDS. Type that in your search, and it should pull you to all the channels that are part of this collab that Big Lou started. You know, might get some good tips on how to build yours and what kind of mods you're looking for when you go about doing them. I got mine from a YouTuber, Daddy Cooks. Phil built one, and I watched how he did his, and I just did a couple little mods to mine. And then I have a friend here locally that uses he builds UDSs and used them in competitions, and uses a Weber lid. So he showed me how he does his Weber lids, which I did. I have a video on that. I'll probably link it up there. So anyhow, you know, thank you for watching. You can do this. It's not that hard. Go check out all those other channels. Thanks for watching. Until next time, real long life.